Hello, welcome to you all to this Jnana Vahini. In this episode, I wish to present the developments that happened during March 16th to 31st, 2023 relating to the governance issues of higher education institutions. So during this period, about 6 developments have been found. One is Center plans to bring IITs and other INIs under the proposed higher education regulator. The trident approach to making India an R&D powerhouse in search of ease of doing real research. Then AICTE lifts bar on starting new courses and colleges, relaxes faculty regulations, and value education good, but concerns remain. Finally, what is the missing block in building institutes of excellence? The first one, Government of India plans to bring institutes of national importance under a proposed higher education regulator. There are about 160 institutes of national importance in India, which include the IITs, NITs, IIMs, and IISers. These institutions are empowered to conduct their own exams, grant their degrees, and also receive government funding. And they have set their own benchmarks and standards in the field of higher education. They are generally governed by their own boards and governors, and they have been kept out of any external regulatory structure such as UGC or AICTE. But now the Government of India is considering bringing them under the proposed single higher education regulator, namely Higher Education Council of India, HECI. The next development is the trident approach to making India an R&D powerhouse. So the National Education Policy of 2020 intends to raise India's soft and hard power in defense, startups, and university education. And there are 3 immediate interventions that are proposed, which include clustering, financing, and engagement that would accelerate this return. Clustering indicates the reimaging India's higher education system in 3 tiers. One, research universities, which are full spectrum, strong PhD programs. Then universities, which are focusing on UG and PG programs. And finally, colleges, which focus on UG with a large number and low cost. Financing includes activating the rupees 50,000 crore National Research Fund, which is a merit-based research funding and which is said to be attracting philanthropic money to universities. So, whereas the last one, engagement, refers to engaging the higher education institutions with corporate organizations, and it is said that 71% of the global R&D spending of $1.72 trillion comes from companies. So the next development is in search of doing real research. There is a need for exponential rise in innovation and research for growing economy, then bringing the development and also improving livelihood conditions of the people. And now decentralizing innovation will require investing in institutions and funding the peer-reviewed proposals. The proposed National Research Fund enables research and innovation in institutions beyond IITs, IISers, and central universities. And this National Research Foundation will also enable collaboration between research, policymakers, and industry. So it is felt that the public money must be used strategically, bringing in private money into the field. To make the talent not run for greener pastures, ease of doing research should be ensured. The next development refers to AICTE's lifting the bars on starting new courses and colleges and also relaxing the faculty regulations. The AICTE approval process handbook for 23-24 has come out with a lot of relaxations, such as engineering colleges can start new courses even if the total admissions in the previous year were less than 50%, reduced faculty requirements for colleges with less than 50% admission in the last 3 years by 25%. It has also relaxed the ratio of classrooms and computers needed in engineering colleges and has increased the maximum approved intake from 300 to 360 seats in 2023-24 onwards. However, it has also emphasized on women helpline and counseling as mandatory requirements. So the next development is value education, good, but concerns remain. Present education system is more an academic activity than a means of forming human individuals in society. And therefore, moral education has to be imparted to develop students into a greater personality capable of striking and maintaining healthy relations in society. So value education must be given to impart values of such as peace, tolerance, harmony, then forbearance, etc. The next development is what is missing block in building institutions of excellence. So institutes of excellence can prepare knowledgeable and skilled workforce, and there is a need to focus on delivering affordable quality education relevant to local and social needs. In addition, they have to also stimulate research. But however, certain missing links have been noticed in building excellence, which includes numerous regulators working at cross purpose, enormous societal expectations, freedom to pursue different disciplines, absence of consultation and coordination among various regulators, and finally, interaction between players in the wider regulatory framework. Therefore, in this context, the Higher Education Council of India appears as a unified and harmonized regulator, and there will be 4 verticals with regulatory vertical, accreditation vertical, funding vertical, and standard setting vertical. So these are the few of the major developments relating to governance issues in higher education. Now, to summarize, Center plans to bring INIs under higher education institutions so that some basic standards and benchmarks are followed across institutions as enunciated in National Education Policy. Second, scientific research must be embedded in the universities because the path from blue sky research to practical applications is not linear but complex and cyclical. 3. Less than 1% of 40,000 higher education institutions are involved in research, and therefore ease of research must be ensured to make talent not run for greener pastures. 4. Engineering colleges can start new courses even if the total admissions in the previous year were less than 50%, and women helpline and counselings are made mandatory. 5. Value education is to be given to develop student into greater personality capable of striking and maintaining healthy relationships in society. And finally, higher education institutions must have governance structures that stimulate research excellence, the freedom to pursue different disciplines, encouragement to question the status quo, and an ecosystem that nurtures diversity. Thank you all very much for listening to this presentation.